When you approached him, were there any reservations? Will he do? Will he not do? What was on your mind?
Of course, like I was like, I've got nothing to lose.
Reshot the climax of King of Kotha.
No, I'm a very, as a producer and as an actor, I actually started production because of that, because I want to take care of my films and make sure they're given everything they need or what they deserve. Many a time when I was starting out, whatever I've seen films suffer maybe because of production or some department or whatever. So
Now that you've got Arijit for this, you've got Dulquer, to top this, it's going to take a long time.
Of course. तेरी होके मरा जिंद जान करा तेरी होके मरा जिंद जान करा हीरिये हीरिये आ
Guys, welcome to Bollywood Hungama. Exciting times, and first I'll ask you, we are talking to an audience that's yet to see the song. So explain to them, what should they expect?
I first entered the scene as a listener.
Yes.
Hearing the song for the first time, Jasleen reached out to me and said, there's a song, I'd like for you to hear it. If you like it, could you be a part of the music video? And I played it, and it was an instant melody that got into my head. And I've noticed this about the song. Like, I had some friends who visited our shoot because it was in Goa. Everybody wanted to come to Goa, and they've all been humming it since then. Like even now, like the other day, some of them came home and something we mentioned the song, and again they started humming it, and then they couldn't stop humming it. So I think that is the most important thing, right? I don't think we need to sell the song to the audience. I think it just sells itself.
Fingers crossed. Right. Everybody would like you to be a part of the song. What was the big tick mark that you said, okay, I will do this?
So I've always loved, Jasleen's music and her voice.
Yeah.
And, so I told her there's this weird connect we have that my daughter, when she was an infant, we used to go to sleep to only Din Shagnada. Like something about it was so soothing that like she would instantly fall asleep.
Right.
So when she did reach out to me, I was like, oh, I have this connect with her already. So I felt like it came full circle.
Nice.
But yeah, I think for me, especially with songs, even in movies, it's very. I also have this thing, like, because I'm producing, even if it's a background score or just like re-recording, theme music, I want everything to be hummable. Like, people should. Like when we watch Scam 92, the opening credits music by Achint is like so instant, like earworm, it gets into your head.
Right.
Like, I think that's the only show where you don't skip intro because you love that track so much.
Yeah.
So I think that's the quality I seek, and for me this is a no-brainer.
Right. When you thought of him, when you approached him, were there any reservations? Will he do? Will he not do? What was on your mind?
Of course, like I was like, I've got nothing to lose. I just thought of it. I was like sitting with my friend Tani, and I said like, should I message him? Like, what do you think? And before she could respond, I said like, I've texted.
Didn't want to wait.
I was like, okay, I'm thinking. I've texted, and she's like, are you sure? I said, now it's too late. I've texted. Let's see. And he heard the song, and.
So I was like, I love the song.
Slow. When you texted, how much time did he take? What did he do?
No, he replied instantly, but he said, I'll listen to it, and I said, okay. I'll give him 24 hours.
24 hours old.
I was also like thinking,
But
I
actually,
don't know
because we had spoken about a song earlier,
Right.
And that time it was around like lockdown or something.
Yeah.
So I couldn't figure out how the logistics of that would work.
Okay.
But I think I connected more to Heeriye for sure.
Right.
So I heard it and I was like, okay, wait, there's something there. I think I want to do this.
Nice.
I was also like on pins and needles before I could ask him what does he think, and I was like, okay, snap out of it, like wait it out. And the next day when I asked him, and he said like he would do it, but he doesn't have the dates for a few months.
Yeah,
I said, okay, I'll wait.
I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah.
When she said she'll wait, I was like, okay,
No, of
then
course,
I should.
like I thought like if like he's liking it and he's ready to do it, like it's
That's
worth all the wait.
True.
And like I've like said it a lot of times, but but it means a huge deal for him to be a part of it, and I'm more than happy.
And what was your and your friend's reaction after he said yes? Genuine, honest, what were your top
No,
two?
like all my friends, like my team is also here, Shifali and
Yeah.
Shivani.
Right.
She's my makeup artist and also my hairstylist.
Hmm.
And so they were so like very excited. Shivani, like for instance, she was so going mad throughout the shoot. And she's
Right.
like, "Oh God, are you seriously like? Is DQ coming?" So I realized like people who are like your fans, they call you
DQ,
DQ,
yeah,
like
it's
who
easier.
are like familiar with your
Yeah.
like how you addressed.
Yeah.
Right. Then comes a song you liked, you both were on the same page. Then comes the video. That what should it be like? What were those discussions? How did that start?
Oh, I just came on as a cast member. Like I didn't, because also I'm very curious to see what they have in mind and what they're trying to tell. And it was Tani, the director. Actually, everybody looked like kids, honestly. Our DOP, I didn't even know I was looking for him, right? And then Kaushal, like he just looks so young. He looks like he's in school, not even college. And so I thought maybe he's one of the assistants. I couldn't tell. Like, and he has no airs about being.
Right.
So we're on this boat and it's small and there's many crew members. I'm searching like, wonder who the DOP is. Right? And I met Tani the day before and she doesn't look anything like a typical director. They just look like friends. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's
And I'm like, and then finally like he comes on and I'm like, are you the DOP? He's like, I know sir, I don't look it. But yeah, it was lovely. Like such a nice young team. And I'm a sucker for all this, like I really love to meet new people and see, just get new energies. And I think with different, creative people and ideas and forces, you just, I think I grow with that. So I think I was very happy to just.
Right. That brings me to a question that's, you come from a home where there's a legendary star. You have worked with, the veteran filmmakers and, when you go to a set where there are such young, energetic, enthusiastic people, what is there to learn? Are you, do you learn from these?
I think I always, I feel like I'm completely a director's actor. I love to surrender to my team.
Okay.
My overthinking starts after. But at shoot, I really love to just submit. So it's, I've worked with senior directors, newcomers, fresh talent, women directors, and across languages.
Right.
So, it's different cultures, different ideas, different thinking. The writing is different.
Right.
Some languages lend themselves to be more poetic than the others. So I think every day for me is just living, my life to the fullest, just gaining experiences.
Right.
So I'm a bit of a, I don't know, I feel like I'm in Wonderland all the time. I think just being on a set makes me happy.
Right, there are advantages to both, working with a veteran, experienced, seasoned filmmaker and, and also someone, everybody loves working with younger people.
Yeah.
What is the biggest advantage that you saw on the sets?
I think if you're, irrespective of your age, if you have clarity on what you're making,
right,
that is the most reassuring for an actor. You can be a veteran or a newcomer and either be disinterested or not believing in the material or not be sure of what you're doing.
Right.
That is when it's a red flag.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Jasleen, this is not just another song for you. You've invested so much. We can see the the work. Whatever I was reading that your team sent me. There's so much that gone into it. Why in this song? What was?
So yeah, like I've been very invested in this project, and I had a lot of offers to give it for film and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just couldn't part with it. And then me and my director, she's a very close friend and she's very talented, Tani. She's directed the film, the music video.
Right.
And she had a story in mind, and I thought let me try to back it. And we just kept working on it. We kept ideating, and then when he came on board, things started to look more serious, and and also on the sets, we were very we were conscious of the fact that he doesn't think that we don't know what we're doing. He was so passionately involved in the making, and but then he would come and he would ask us what are you guys discussing? So he just made us very comfortable that it's okay to discuss if there's any problem with not getting the right shot in front of him, and
Right. When you see people in awe of you on the sets, how do you handle that? You would like to go and talk and say, guys, tell me what you all are discussing.
I'm still in denial about this myself. I'd probably be like, who are they in awe of? Because I mean, I think my journey has been like that. So I kind of always refuse to accept this fact that people could be in awe of it. But now I've kind of maybe accepted the fact that maybe I'm a little senior to all of these filmmakers or whatever in the team. So I'm like, guys, just chill, like, whatever it is. And I genuinely believe anything you make it has to be collaborative.
Right.
I love it when there are no egos on set and everybody's discussing, everybody can throw in an idea. And of course, you need one person to be the captain of the ship and decide what needs to be done or decide which ideas should be chosen. But I love it when it's collaborative. So I preferred it when they were like, I'm like, share anything you want, I'll do anything you want, how many retakes, don't worry about it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing. I remember like this one scene I was getting a little stuck.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, let me just go ask him because he's like a pro at acting and everything. So he was like, just do this. And I was like, okay. It was easy.
And I feel like a lot of the times we spend so much time in worrying about discussing it or asking.
Right.
So I think that's when I love to step in and be like, in the time that we discuss this, we can take another take or we can attempt something. Like let's just keep shooting. Like something will come.
Right. What is you are at a position, you can choose your films, you can choose your filmmakers, you can choose what you want to do, how many films you want to do. What does a song give you?
So I think it's been an interesting time for me to explore different formats. Right. So in Guns and Gulabs, I'm doing a long format.
Right.
An ad is really tiny short, format. So I've never done a music video per se, and I think I grew up on a healthy diet of indie pop in the 90s, and I loved in that little 4 minutes or whatever you're telling a whole story. So that still excites me, and I get to play a character in that time, and I always want to see how much can you fit a little story in there. So I think that's still I find interesting.
Right. You're yet to tell people what should they expect from this song. What kind of music you had in mind and what kind of you made up eventually?
It's a nice if I talk in a very layman-ish language, it's a nice peppy romantic song.
Okay.
And it's got Arijit's vocals too, and it's really lifted the song, and it's a very modern day romantic song with a nice melody, if that's what I think of it.
Right.
But yeah, and great lyrics written by Dulquer Salmaan.
Right.
So I think I've given it my all now, I don't know.
I think it's a very easy song to listen and and to keep revisiting. Every time it stops, you kind of want to loop it a few more times.
Right.
You're almost like it got over too soon.
Right.
You have that kind of feeling.
Now that you've got Arijit for this, you've got Dulquer, to top this, it's going to take a long time.
Of course. But I'm going to take one thing at a time and just fully
enjoy this for now.
Yeah. Enjoying putting this out now.
Right. Just last two questions for you. One is you come fresh from 2 hits. Your films have done well. Does that put you in a very good position when you're doing these interviews, going out, meeting your fans? It's a good time career-wise.
It's a more. I feel like I'm even more jittery and even more worried about every choice I make. And, I'm listening to so many narrations and I'm like, what do I pick? How do I? But at some point I've decided that if I overdo this, my mental health is going to be at stake. So I'll just go with my gut as I have all along. And some years could be great, some years could be average or whatever. And that's okay.
Right. Have you reshot the climax of King of Kotha?
No, I'm a very, as a producer and as an actor, I actually started production because of that, because I want to take care of my films and make sure they're given everything they need or what they deserve. Many a time when I was starting out, whatever I've seen films suffer maybe because of production or some department or whatever. So now as an actor producer, I want to give it everything.
Right.
And we did reshoot the climax, but it's not because there was anything problematic. I think when you watch the film in a flow, it maybe warranted something even bigger. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much for that. Are you someone, Jasleen, that since you're young and peppy yourself, are you someone we can convince to sing one line for us?
Sing.
Yeah.
Sure. तेरी होके मरा जिंद जान करा तेरी होके मरा जिंद जान करा हीरिये हीरिये आ हीरिये हीरिये आ.
Thank you so much. Lovely. Can't wait to watch it, hear it. You both are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.